energy forecast for March 2023. So on Sunday, March 19th, we have Mercury, ruler of the mental plane, ruler of information, communication, how it is that we express ourselves, moving into Aries energy. So as we've been discussing, when we move out of Pisces energy, which is the last sign of the zodiac, it represents endings and closures and completion points. It's literally what we have to let go of, what we have to drop, what we have to surrender to in order to kind of move into a new reality, a new experience. When a planet moves into Aries energy, the first sign of the zodiac, it's a fire energy. That's essentially when the spark gets reignited again. Fire energy is initiating. We jump into something new. We have new passions, new ideas, we have new goals, we have new visions. And the best part about it is that while Mercury was in Pisces energy, we weren't really able to clarify the thoughts, the ideas that we had going on in our head. We sure as hell weren't able to articulate it, communicate it, express it outside of ourselves. In Aries energy, we have no problem. Actually, we jump to the opposite end of that spectrum and we don't have a filter. It's almost like verbal vomit season, just because we're so excited that we're actually able to put into words what it is that we've been sitting on in our inner realm, and we're able to share it. And so we're very aggressive in our communication and our expression. We're very straightforward with the ideas that we have, with the visions that are coming in. It is a very, very, I'm going to say, dramatic shift of moving out of Pisces energy and starting fresh in Aries energy. So we are kind of just more concerned with like making a choice, committing to a decision, really kind of identifying and aligning with a path, with a direction, just so that we can stop thinking about it. And this very much plays in, and you might be saying, well, this kind of sounds like, Mars being in Gemini energy. Well, you're right, because Mercury rules over the Gemini energy that Mars has been in since August. That's why we've been divided on the choices, the decisions, the path, the directions. That's why we've been stunted in taking action on our ideas, why we've been confused, why we've been tossing back and forth and ups and downs and all over the place, why we haven't been able to really kind of identify what it is that we want to pour our time and energy into. So Mercury moving into Aries energy, Mars rules over Aries energy for a very short amount of time. Mars will be in Gemini energy that Mercury rules over, and Mercury will be in Aries energy that Mars rules over. So they're kind of switching power placements here for a sec. Now, Mercury is going to help us decide. This is good. Mercury is going to help us align with an idea, with a vision, with a dream, with a goal, and not look back. Right? The one thing about Aries energy, we have no rear view mirror. We don't care where we're coming from. We know where we came from. We just came out of it. We don't care about that. We want to make as much progress as possible moving forward. We want quick decisions. We want new passion, new desires to really kind of get fired up in our mental plane. So everything is going to happen quick. Even more than that, the thoughts, the ideas that we're having, they're fresh. They're new, they're innovative, we're pushing the boundaries. And because of that, we are going a mile a minute in our mental plane. And you might see the evidence of that through your speech. Your speech might speed up. It might be a little bit manic, if you will. And we tend to just blurt things out. Again, no filter. And yeah, we do have to watch that, because we could create a little bit of a not so nice situation when we just blurt things out and don't use a filter. However, we're just so excited that we can form a thought and actually speak on it, which we haven't been able to do while Mercury's been in Pisces energy, that we're just ready to just kind of get it out. And if we have to clean up a mess and apologize later about it, we will do that. But right now, we're just happy that our brains are working and our mouths are working in tandem with our thoughts, with our ideas. And we just want to get that information out. We want to commit to something. We want to bring it to life. We want to initiate a new chapter. We essentially just want to define what it is that our energy, time, and focus should be on. So, as you know, there's highs and lows with every transit. This is quick. This is, a little bit, I'm going to say borderline hasty. So we do have to watch the decisions and the commitments that we're making. We are definitely going to feel hella impatient, especially while we kind of complete these last final days of Pisces season. It's going to feel like we got, yes, ants in our pants, but like we got a ticking time bomb in our brain. Nothing can go fast enough. We can't speak fast enough to keep up with our mental planes. The ideas, the visions, the dreams coming into our mental plane can't be articulated fast enough for our happiness, for our joy, for our pleasure. And so everything feels like we are in a state of urgency, which sometimes doesn't feel so good. The good and the bad is that we also have some thoughts, some ideas that make us stand out. Now, yes, it's great to stand out. That's what we want. We want to stand out in the crowd. We want to take the spotlight. We want to be seen. We want to be heard. However, sometimes we can take our independent thoughts a little bit too far and stand out so freaking far that we're not even dancing to the beat of our own drum. We're just off in la la land talking a bunch of crap because we can. And we don't want to do that. We want to provide as much focus and structure to our thoughts as possible, which is going to be very hard in Aries energy because we're a little bit scatterbrained. We're all fired up. We have a new energy, new passion, new excitement. We're bouncing all over the place. And there is, I would say there's this like competitiveness for us to come up with something new, to challenge ourselves, to, outdo our old ideas or our old goals or our old dreams and visions. And especially in conversation, you will notice that we're always either trying to one up someone else or that other people are trying to one up us in conversation. That's just a natural flow, the competitive energy of Aries energy. So we're direct, we're straightforward, we're honest, we're blunt, like all sound like really good things coming out of this Pisces energy that we weren't able to do any of that in. But also just remember that like words carry a lot of power and they have the ability to hurt. Okay. We're spitting fire in Aries energy, and that fire is great for passion, for excitement, for desire. It's not so good when it's hateful and hurtful and painful. And the line between that excitement and passion is very, very thin. So we have to be very careful. We are very quick to choose to decide and to move on, which is great because you know what? We've been stalling out for quite some time. It's going to be great to make some choices and actually like pursue them. But we want to make sure that we are using our brain and using our heart space in tandem with one another so that we're not too quick to make decisions, to decide on things that we will later regret because we didn't take the time to think it through. We didn't take the time to sort through the consequences of the actions, of the ideas that we're looking to bring to life and to actually take. And so we do have, balance is the name of the game always, but we really do have to balance this particular energy so that, we're not tapping into the negative parts, which is, being defensive or being argumentative or being, quick with the tongue and wanting to hurt and wanting to, really burn people, if you will. Fire energy from Aries, burn, right? Spark, fire, flame. So we have to be very careful with our thoughts that we don't burn through our thoughts and never actually be able to bring them to life. We also want to make sure that we're not spitting fire off of our tongues and really creating a shitstorm of energies that we really shouldn't be creating moving into a brand new year. We don't want to create cluster effery. We don't want to create situations that we're going to have to clean up as we move into a new year. We want to just kind of be very balanced in this approach and this energy so that we are closing out what needs to be closed out, cutting the cords with what needs to be cut off and let go of and surrendered, and let that stay in the old calendar. And where we can be excited and passionate about bringing new ideas forth in the new year without going overboard and burning ourselves out before we even get there.